Green Globe is that program that treats environmental issues in the most simplified manner. Dear listeners, we'll be talking about population and its implication on the environment. The United Nations set aside the 11th of July to commemorate it as World Population Day. And we'll be looking at the impact or the implication of population growth on the environment. And as such, frequent listeners, we will first of all want to know what are some of these population issues, because population growth is indeed a mixed blessing, because without the population growing, there won't be development. But nevertheless, with the unsustainable growth of population, we equally have unsustainable development. So we'll be turning over to our resource person to know what are some of those population issues that negatively affect the environment, because we know environmental issues are of two sorts, of two origin. We have natural factors and we have human induced factors or anthropogenic factors. So, Mr. Initial Eric, we would like to know from you what are some of those human induced or anthropogenic activities that have negative implications on the environment?
All right, sir. Thank you very much for this question. I'm happy to be part of the program today. Some of those human-induced factors of population, at this level, I'll talk about. We have industrialization. It's one of them.
Okay.
Industrialization. We have agriculture. We have deforestation. We have industrialization, agriculture, population growth, urbanization, and a whole lot of them.
Okay, what about poor waste management?
Poor management, that's an increasing challenge that comes as a result of population growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, could you just succinctly elucidate to us how some of these things do manifest in the environment?
Okay, looking at agriculture, I would say, with as population is growing,
Mhm.
so the demand for food also is growing.
For sure.
Yes, and as the demand for food grows, people need land for agriculture. As a result of that, we see that trees are being felled down, and we discover that these trees are really important to us as far as absorption of carbon dioxide is concerned. And we discover that when there's carbon dioxide concentration in the environment, it threatens human health.
It leads to ozone depletion.
Yes, ozone layer depletion, which as a result of that, the ultraviolet rays from the sun get to human beings, which is a problem, which is already a problem. Yes, and so all of this as a result of as a result of population growth. I discovered that there is a link: population growth, the demand for land, agriculture, and all of that. Yes, everything is connected to everything else.
Okay, so is it fair to say that there is a proportionate relationship between population growth and the demand for food?
Normally.
Okay.
Because you bear with me that from the time of the Industrial Revolution, things that were being manufactured with hands began. There was machine came in, and when machine came in, discovered that there was need for the production increase, and for this production to increase, our families discovered the families population began to grow from then, and all of this as a result of population growth. It began posing a threat to the environment because the coming up of industries began emitting toxic substances to the environment, which started being a threat.
Yeah, that's true. I read one United Nations article, and it stated that within the 18th century, the advent of the Industrial Revolution, it happened that the stratospheric ozone, the ozone layer, significantly increased as a function of industrialization. And truth be told, I actually queue up with you in saying that the problem is not agriculture, but unsustainable and unfriendly agricultural practices.
Yes.
Please, could you just briefly identify to us some of those unfriendly agricultural practices you're talking about, so that my grandmother in the village, my uncle out there will understand what you're saying?
All right, sir. Some of these unfriendly or unsustainable agricultural practices, I'll talk of the very common one, which we all know, the Ankara system or the slash and burn, which we all know. That alone, we discovered that most of our mothers in the village, they know that when they burn grass, it will increase their output.
In the short run.
Yeah, in the short run. Forgetting to know that is just for the meantime.
Okay.
And as a result of that, we discovered that microorganisms in the soil are being destroyed, which would have helped to replenish the soil in time to come. But when they burn the grasses for to increase their output for that season or maybe for a year or two, the output will increase. That is already a threat. That is a threat to the environment because that slash and burn alone, it causes, first of all, it destroys animal habitat.
Yes,
So
that's
that
true.
the
Ecosystems.
ecosystem is destroyed.
Mhm.
Yes, it's tampered with. And as a result of the trees that are being cut down, animal habitat are being destroyed. The soil also is destroyed because of the microorganisms that are destroyed.
Okay, so considering the fact that you're coming from the background of a geographer,